The movie starts in a nursing home, where an older man, Duke, captivates his fellow patients with a loving tale written in his notebook. On a summer day in 1940 at a lively funfair on Seabrook Island, South Carolina, Noah Calhoun, a humble lumber mill worker, becomes captivated by Allie Hamilton, a 17-year-old heiress visiting with her wealthy parents. As Allie enjoys the funfair with her friends, Noah boldly approaches her, asking for a date. Though initially uninterested, Allie is compelled to agree when Noah dramatically threatens to jump from the Ferris wheel if she declines. This daring move marks the beginning of their unforgettable love story. The following day, Noah eagerly approaches her once more, requesting her company for a date, just as she had promised during their time at the funfair the previous evening. Initially, his heart sinks upon discovering that Allie has had a change of heart. Noah agrees to fulfill Allie's wishes without hesitation. Despite this, she remains uninterested in pursuing a romantic relationship with him. Under the cover of nightfall, a plan was set in motion by Noah's loyal companion, Finn, and Allie's trusted confidant, Sarah. They aim to orchestrate a rendezvous between Noah and Allie within the hallowed halls of a movie theater. As they sit together, their gaze remains locked, exchanging smiles without a word. Following the film, Noah decides to take Allie on a stroll rather than accompanying their companions back home. Later on, after the film, Noah takes Allie on a stroll instead of heading home with their friends. Allie reveals how her parents control every aspect of her life, and Noah encourages her to break free. He suggests they lie in the middle of the road, sharing how he and his father used to do this. Though hesitant at first, Allie agrees when she sees the quiet streets. Suddenly, a car appears, but they escape just in time. Laughing, Allie finds the experience exhilarating. Following this, they begin to dance and revel in the exquisite moments, particularly for Allie, who has never experienced such liberation in her existence. From that moment on, their hearts intertwined, and they became inseparable, embarking on a summer filled with love and togetherness. On a fateful evening, Allie finds herself at Noah's humble abode, where she has the pleasure of encountering his father, Frank Calhoun. The gracious reception she receives from him is truly heartwarming. She presents her painting to Frank and in due course discovers that Noah had a childhood stutter. To help him overcome this impediment, his father encouraged him to recite poetry aloud. Later on, they enjoy a meal together and engage in a delightful conversation. With every passing day, their bond grows stronger and unbreakable. Allie becomes more integrated into Noah's inner circle, forming connections with his loved ones. They frequently enjoy going on double dates with Finn and Sarah. After some time, Noah receives an invitation to visit Allie's home from her parents, John and Ann Hamilton. At the party, Noah regales the crowd with tales of his current occupation as a timber mill worker, where he earns a meager 40 cents per hour. As soon as these words reach the ears of everyone at the table, a heavy silence descends upon them. It becomes evident that her family is far from impressed with him. Anne breaks the news to him that Allie will be returning to New York after the summer break, leaving him visibly crestfallen. As the sun set, Noah took Allie to the deserted Windsor plantation, revealing his plan to buy and restore it for their future together. They decide to take a significant step in their relationship, but Allie, feeling nervous, voices her concerns. Their moment is interrupted by Finn, who arrives with news that Allie's parents have alerted the authorities about her late return. Rushing back, Allie faces her disapproving parents, especially her mother Anne, who forbids her from seeing Noah. Upset by Anne's insults, Noah decides to leave, but Allie chases after him. In a heated argument, Allie breaks up with Noah, a decision she soon regrets. In a fleeting moment, Duke and the older woman share a conversation. She expresses her belief that Allie must have been utterly shattered and insists that Noah should stand by her side, no matter what her parents may think of him. As the sun rose, Allie received unexpected news from her mother. They were to depart for Charleston that very day, a whole week ahead of schedule. Against Allie's wishes, Anne insists on her joining them. So, Allie makes one final attempt to see Noah at his workplace, but her efforts are in vain as Noah has already left to make a delivery. Desperate to convey her feelings, she enlists the help of Finn to pass on the message of her deep love for him. Upon Noah's arrival, Finn eagerly relays Allie's earlier message, prompting Noah to make his way to her residence hastily. Regrettably, the gate is already locked when he arrives. Every day, without fail, Noah diligently writes a letter to Allie. He pours his heart and soul into each word, hoping that his love will reach her. Little does he know, Allie's mother intercepts these heartfelt letters, determined to keep them hidden from her daughter's eyes. After 365 letters, Noah finally gives up on writing, realizing that Allie will never respond. And so, Noah and Finn carry on with their lives in Atlanta. They join the fight in World War II, only to tragically lose Finn in battle. As the story unfolds, Allie finds herself in a hospital for wounded soldiers, where she selflessly dedicates her time as a nurse's aide. It is here that she encounters Captain Lon Hammond Jr., a charming figure who musters the courage to invite her on a date. There's no denying that he's quite wealthy, and his profession happens to be in the field of law. Before they knew it, love blossomed between them, and after a couple of years, Lon proposed to her, much to the joy of Allie's parents. Meanwhile, Noah returns from the war only to discover that his father has sold their family home. It turns out that his father did this so that Noah could fulfill his promise to Allie by purchasing and restoring the Windsor plantation. He becomes convinced that by restoring the house, Allie will inevitably return to him. As Noah embarks on his journey to Charleston in hopes of obtaining approval for his construction plan, fate intervenes when he stumbles upon a serendipitous encounter with Allie, who happens to be strolling along the roadside. Regrettably, a wave of shock washes over him as he witnesses Allie engaging in a passionate embrace with another man. Despite his injuries, he perseveres in renovating his dream house alongside Allie, holding on to the belief that she may one day return to him. With a glance at the timeline, one can observe that the nurse kindly suggests to the Duke and the old lady that they should enjoy a meal before proceeding with their tale. Following the events, Frank passes away, leaving Noah as the sole inhabitant of the house. After a mere 10 days, he decides to put the house up for sale. His house is a highly sought-after property, with numerous interested buyers willing to go above and beyond his asking price. However, he consistently manages to find justifiable grounds to decline their offers. On a fateful day, as Allie is being fitted for her wedding dress, her eyes catch a glimpse of a newspaper article. The article tells a tale of the house that Noah has recently finished, and something about it overwhelms Allie, causing her to lose consciousness. It seems that she is burdened by a flood of memories and lingering emotions for Noah. In order to sort through her thoughts, she musters up the courage to approach Lon and request permission for a journey prior to their impending wedding. Upon her return to Seabrook, she discovers Noah residing in their long-awaited dream house. But just as the story was gaining momentum, it was abruptly interrupted as the doctor needed to assess Duke's well-being. Across the way, the older woman can't shake the feeling that she's heard this tale before. Surprisingly, Duke has experienced not one but 2 heart attacks within the past 18 months. The doctor informs him that the old lady's memories cannot be restored due to her incurable dementia. However, Duke remains steadfast in his belief that he can bring back her memories, all while continuing the story. Allie hopes that he will become her friend, once she has shared all the details of her affair with Lon. Noah, with his unwavering determination, extends an invitation to Allie for a shared meal, all the while indulging in nostalgic recollections of their past experiences within the confines of the house. She ponders the depths of their past love, questioning its authenticity. Allie expresses her desire to return home, to which Noah kindly requests her presence the following day, eager to reveal a cherished location. Fast forward to the present, where Duke's children and grandchildren gather to visit him at the nursing home. They become familiar with the elderly lady. After her departure, his children are eager for Duke to return and reside with them, moved by his relentless efforts to revive the old lady's memories. They make a solemn vow to rotate their visits, ensuring that she is never left alone for too long. And now, the truth comes to light. The older woman, as it turns out, is none other than Duke's wife. Ultimately, his heart remains steadfastly devoted to his wife, holding on to the unwavering belief that a miraculous turn of events will transpire. Afterwards, Allie finds herself at the Soul Hotel in Seabrook. However, Lon is deeply concerned about her condition. She expresses her deep affection for him and assures him that she will reach out to him tomorrow. The following morning, Allie fulfills her promise and makes her way to Noah's house. The two reignite and consummate their bond. Noah guides her on a leisurely boat ride across the lake, surrounded by a flock of geese. As they glide through the water, he lovingly tosses food to the graceful birds. A sudden rainstorm interrupts their journey, and they find themselves in the middle of the lake. Allie's spirit is reawakened as a sense of liberation washes over her, marking the end of a prolonged period of confinement. She can't seem to rein in her temper as she confronts Noah about the absence of any letters from him. After some time, she discovers from Noah that he had actually sent her 365 letters. Noah insists that the situation is different, emphasizing that their relationship is far from being over. They quickly make their way back to their humble abode, where their love for one another ignites with an intense and fiery passion. As the sun rose, Noah mysteriously disappeared, only to reappear later with a canvas and Allie's beloved painting kit. On the balcony of the house, she indulges in the freedom of her artistic expression, painting with abandon. Out of the blue, Anne shows up at Noah's doorstep to deliver an urgent message to Allie. Her fiancé has tracked her down and is now in Seabrook. Allie seizes the moment to finally confront her mother about the long-kept secret of the hidden letters. And so, Anne humbly expresses her regret and kindly requests Allie to accompany her to another location. She yearns to disclose that much like her daughter, She was once enamored with a young man from a lower social class, and continues to reminisce about him, even now. Anne wants to show Allie the choices and sacrifices she made, highlighting the long-term implications of choosing a relationship based on intense emotions but lacking stability. This is to help Allie understand the difficult decisions between passion and practicality. As they arrive back at Noah's house, they find him already there, eagerly awaiting their return. Anne, filled with anticipation, hands Allie the letters that Noah had written, hoping that she will make the decision that is best for her. Following their conversation, Allie informs Noah that she must depart as Lon has made his way to Seabrook. With this knowledge, Noah's anger towards her intensifies, convinced that she will ultimately choose Lon due to his immense wealth. Allie, overcome with emotions, decides to make the challenging decision of driving back to her hotel after a heated argument with Noah. In the midst of her perplexity, she narrowly avoids colliding with a vehicle on the road. Curiosity piqued, she chooses to delve into the contents of one of Noah's letters. Allie becomes overwhelmed with emotion, and tears stream down her face as she reads the letter. The focus shifts to the Duke and his wife, and curiously enough, the old lady appears deeply saddened by the tale. As the story unfolds, Duke extends a heartfelt invitation to her for a romantic candlelight dinner, meticulously prepared by the nurses. The older woman's curiosity intensifies as she ponders over Allie's potential choice of partner. In the hotel, Allie encounters Lon and reveals her unfaithfulness to him. His mind is in a state of disarray, grappling with the complexities of the situation and feeling utterly lost in a sea of uncertainty. Despite everything, Lon professes his enduring love for her and expresses his desire for reconciliation without any intention of pressuring her into marriage. And so, in the end, Allie decides to go back to Noah. In the final chapter, Duke reveals to his beloved spouse the ultimate fate of Noah and Allie as they embark on a life filled with everlasting happiness. As a result, the old lady begins to recollect that the couple in the tale were none other than themselves. Allie is the name of the old lady, while the older man goes by the name of Noah. Finally, the truth is unveiled. Noah intentionally concealed his true identity, allowing Allie's memories to resurface organically. They embrace each other tightly, their love evident in the warmth of their embrace. Allie inquires about the duration until she forgets once more, to which Noah assures her it will not exceed 5 minutes. Consequently, they commence dancing to their cherished melody for some time. Allie inquires about their children, causing a sudden relapse in him and leading to a state of panic. As a result, the medical team must administer sedation to help her find calm, leaving Noah feeling utterly devastated. Later, Noah finds photographs of their cherished moments and discovers that Allie had written a journal of their love story to help him recite it to her as her memory faded. The next day, Noah suffers a heart attack and is hospitalized, while Allie is in the same hospital's dementia ward, feeling empty. Longing to see her, Noah eventually sneaks into Allie's room, where she recognizes him. Despite her fears of forgetting, Noah reassures her, promising to stay by her side. They embrace, holding hands as they drift off to sleep. As the sun rose on a new day, a nurse entered the room and made a heartbreaking discovery. 2 lifeless bodies lay before her, their hands forever intertwined in a final act of unity. Here, the movie ends. The Notebook is an emotional roller coaster that beautifully captures the essence of true love and the relentless passage of time. Watching Noah and Allie's enduring love story unfold, from their passionate youth to the heart-wrenching moments of separation and reunion in their later years, left me in tears. The poignant portrayal of Allie's battle with Alzheimer's, and Noah's unwavering devotion is both heartbreaking and inspiring, reminding us of the profound depth and endurance of true love. Knowing that this movie is based on the true story makes it even more emotional, adding a layer of authenticity to the narrative. This film is a timeless testament to love's power to transcend life's greatest challenges and leaves a lasting impact on anyone who watches it. Rated 7.8 on IMDb, The Notebook has garnered countless positive reviews. One viewer mentioned, "This film touches your soul and stays with you forever," while another noted, "A beautiful story of enduring love that reminds us what truly matters in life." I invite you to watch the entire movie to fully appreciate its profound message and emotional depth. Get ready to be moved and inspired by this timeless love story. And that's a wrap on The Notebook, folks. A love story so epic, it makes even the toughest among us reach for the tissues. Ladies, if someone asks you out while hanging from a Ferris wheel, just say yes, way less risk of needing a safety net. Until next time, keep your hearts full and your eyes dry. Or not, because who doesn't love a good tearjerker? See you in the next recap.